Okay, so here we are conversating around caring what people think. So you think, you care that they think that what they produce is valuable. So it's always about your opinion. That I don't care what people think and don't judge other people. Think about that in terms of don't care what they think. So don't care that Mona Van's standing there thinking that she thinks that she's hot. She thinks that she's hot, but she doesn't actually think that she's hot. She thinks that she's insecure, but she's pretending that she thinks she's hot because then you're going to think that she's hot, and so then she'll think she's hot, but she's really insecure. That is a very profound experience around all of these women because they're all just as insecure because there's no way that anyone can just show up that's shallow. That's some of the most shallow shit we've ever seen, yet she's telling us that she's humble. She's telling you that she's humble. She's telling you, she says it in a video where she has her hairdresser and she asks the hairdresser, she says, "See, I'm humble, aren't I?" And then what, are you going to believe that? Are you going to judge that? We have to look at the word judgment. You're always judging everything. So for you not to care what people think, you're going to stop judging? Think about it for a moment, please. Quick! Everything's so fast! 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 Quick! Fast! Always so quick and fast, but you never slow down to actually think for a second. As an entrepreneur and as a customer service rep, should you have judgment around your product? So where is this conversation around don't judge others? The emotion associated to it of judgment is gossip. You can look at something and say, that's not good. Her shit is garbage. And it really is garbage. But what is the factual evidence that we're seeing of why it's garbage? It's because she's violent. It's because she's selfish. She's a manipulator and she convinces you things through a facade of existence with brand deal after brand deal and a Ponzi scheme with a bunch of other people doing it. So they're all saying that it's okay to do it because they're all doing it. So it's the conversation of, if everybody jumped off a bridge, would you? Apparently we would, wouldn't we? To how to get rid of judgment, you're too hard on yourselves. You know, you're not hard enough on yourselves. So then you deflect or project it onto your audience of judging yourselves. So what I just said, there's no substance to or depth to what I just said, which then leaves you as an audience vulnerable into thinking that you're hard on yourselves, but you're not really hard on yourselves in the way that you need to be hard on yourselves. You are, however, hard on yourselves in other ways. And that's for the low-class, middle-class citizens. You shouldn't violently attack audiences. However, Mona Van's doing it, and that's the way you sell tickets to your television show. So how are we supposed to combat that when this is all you all do? In one ear, out the other. Yappity yap, yap, yap. Wow, that's really effective. It's really effectively making a difference in the world. Your legacy is more than, I forget what the other thing you say is. Legacy is more than something else. Than money or something like that. However, you're showing the opposite. You're showing that money is more valuable than legacy because you're standing there with a girl who is insecure, pretending to be secure. You're telling her she's secure and then convincing everyone that you're together, which gives her security because now she says, well, he's my fiance. That's my husband. That's my baby. I'm 9 months pregnant and I haven't even worked on my nursery yet. Oh, we're walking in our nursery for the first time. Look what all that he did for y'all. And you all think that this is normal behavior? Or you think that that's the life you want to live? A life where you're basically, your ass is wiped for you? You have no independence at all? There's no independence in any of these women's lives. They're literally codependent on each other. Meaning, if one string in the lineage of this legacy shit starts to break, they'll all break down. Because they are not a self-sustaining group. They're like all codependent on each other to lift each other up. To lift each other up. And then to get you as the audience to lift each other up. To tell them how wonderful they are. Well, you're not wonderful. So if you're not wonderful and you think you're wonderful, but everyone knows you're not wonderful, but then everyone says that you're wonderful, then what the fuck is going on? That's delusion existing. So now we're stepping into a weird state of existence of utter chaos and confusion brought to you by the Biden administration, with AOC screaming at the top of her lungs about a dude wanting to use the women's bathroom, where Delaware says that it's okay to violate the Constitution. Delaware said that it was okay. So a little state like that's this big says that it's okay to violate the Constitution. California says it's okay to validate and deny the Constitution by opening up the borders and not protecting their citizens. I'm not really sure why Texas has to abide by that law, because in the old days, which is why we had that Civil War, was not because of Slavery. It was because of exactly what is going on today, because they all wanted to separate. A separation like a divorce. And they said, you're not going anywhere. And you're going to do what I have to tell you and what I have to say. So I'm not really sure you're really familiar what the Civil War was actually about. You just think you do because of the brand and image that was displayed upon you to disgrace yourselves because you didn't want to do any work. You didn't want to speak out against the brand and the image. You didn't want to go dive deeper into the finances of what was actually going on. You didn't want to stand for anything. You didn't want to see what New York was actually doing to the South even then. You didn't want to take a look at what the Middle East was doing to America then. And that's what the Middle East was trying to do. And that's what they're trying to do today. And you're all bouncing around saying, yeah, I like that. Eat clean, everybody. Eat clean? Really? No, thank you. I'm going to go eat some chips right now. Ruffles, actually. So I'm not really sure how any American, and that even includes you, California. I know you think, LA, that you're better than all of us, but you're not actually American. You're not actually American, LA. I'm not sure what species you think you are and why you think you're better than everybody else. And that goes for you too, Oregon, and that goes for you too, Washington State. But we're pretty much sick and tired of your nonsense and your bullshit, DC and New York. And any other blue state out there who has literally disintegrated the emotional stability of this country for a boy who wants to wear a bra. For a boy who wants to wear a bra. It is unbelievable the way you all think, and then you speak out as if it's like you speak like self-righteously about it. It's amazing.